Threats.
Oi, get out!
Anger.
Call the police, man. Call the police, man!
Listen.
Desperation.
I've lost everything. I've no house, I've no nothing.
What happens when debt
We need immediate police assistance.
tracks you down
Oh!
It's obstruction of an enforcement agent.
up and down the UK?
Can you come to the door, please?
We see Britain's most resilient High Court enforcement agents,
I want to search for any assets to remove.
dealing with every debtor's worst nightmare.
Do you expect me to have 10,000 in my bag?
Because if you can't pay,
Dad, I need to find 2 grand within 5 minutes.
they'll take it away. High housing costs are a major area of concern for most families. With rents expected to rise faster than house prices in the next 5 years, recent research has revealed that 1 in 3 families in England couldn't pay their rent or mortgage for more than a month if they lost their job. High Court enforcement agents Gary Brown and trainee Connor Jackson are in Penge, South East London, to collect a large debt of £47,000 from Mr. Austin Oke.
London traffic. It's just down here, apparently.
Mr. Oke failed to pay a former landlord any rent for 3 years. His landlord escalated the case to the High Court, and now Mr. Oke must pay today.
Just on the corner.
But just as Gary and Connor arrive at the address, they spot a car about to leave.
It's that one there, he's leaving. Is that him? That might be him. Have a word.
Gary quickly gets out to go and speak to the driver.
Shut the door, mate.
Hello, Austin? Austin Oakey?
Yes,
Hi there. My name's Gary Brown. I'm a High Court enforcement agent.
he's not Austin.
That's what I just said. Are you Austin Oakey? You said
No,
yes.
you're asking me a question.
Yeah. Austin Oakey.
No,
Okay, what's your name, sir?
my name is Mr. Olufukayoke.
Right. Okay.
After answering to the debtor's name, Austin Oke, the man seems to have changed his story. Thorough background checks carried out prior to enforcement have confirmed Mr. Oke is resident at this address. Gary investigates further.
Okay, can I speak to Austin Oakey, please?
I don't know if he's around here.
Okay, who is he to you? Is he a family member or...?
Is he a family member?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a known person.
He's a known person?
Yes.
How is he known to you?
He's a known individual.
Okay, have you got some ID, please, sir?
I don't have an idea.
You need to show me who you are.
My name is Olufukayoke, I just told you.
But Gary is now suspicious. He could be the debtor they're looking for.
Just cooperate with us.
But the man seems eager to leave.
Book up on a car.
Yeah, buckle up on it, mate.
Connor acts quickly.
Can I see some ID, please?
I do not have any idea.
I don't always believe everything everybody tells me. In fact, it's quite rare that I believe things on face value. I will insist on evidence, and I will keep the pressure on until I get it.
I think it's him. I think it is the man we're looking for. Because he's very cagey about showing us any ID or anything like that. I mean, he had a wallet in the car, but he doesn't have any ID on him, so I think it's him.
Gary and Connor have been outside the house for nearly 10 minutes, when suddenly the man makes an unexpected move.
You need to deal with this, sir.
With the man gone, and with no evidence he isn't Mr. Oke, they decide to look into seizing the clamped car.
Get a HBI check.
But first, they have to check whether it's free of finance.
Hello, mate. There is a Nissan Note parked on the driveway. Delta November 59. Oh, okay. Cheers, mate. Car's on finance.
The car can't be seized, and with no debtor to negotiate with, Gary and Connor are forced to walk away empty-handed for now.
It's a bit annoying. One little bit of leverage we had, now we can't use it, so it puts us in a weaker position. Also, he's not here, so we got nothing. It's almost if we turn up, he's not in.
But with a £47,000 debt to collect, they won't give up easily. It's 6 a.m. Gary and Connor are on their way back to the address they've been given for debtor Mr. Oke.
It would surprise me if he doesn't even answer the door.
With an early morning visit, they hope to catch the man they fully suspect to be Mr. Oke at home.
You gotta try, man.
Gary and Connor need to get inside the house to establish the man's identity and to resolve this case once and for all.
Well, the top floor lights are on, mate.
Can you come to the door, please? They're clearly in.
So at the window. Can you come to the door, please?
Can you come and speak to us, please? All I want to do is speak to you.
I'm not seeing you. I'll leave my door. Camera, let me record this people. Can you give me a camera? Let me record them.
This isn't going to go away just because you decide not to open the door.
If you come here and bang my door again, if you are getting in trouble. Stop banging on my door. I do not know you. I don't know where you come from.
Well,
You'll be a killer.
if you come and speak to me, I'll tell you where I'm coming from.
End of story.
With the man refusing to talk, will Gary and Connor ever get this £47,000 debt resolved? Gary and Connor were in Penge, south-east London, to collect a large debt of £47,000 for unpaid rent from Mr. Austin Ockey.
Can you come to the door, please?
But the man they met denied he was the debtor and refused to answer the door.
Stop banging on my door. I do not know you. I don't know where you come from.
Well,
You'll be a killer.
this isn't going to go away just because you decide not to open the door.
Now Gary and Connor need to find a way to reason with the man.
Did he say he might be a killer or something?
Apparently so, yeah.
This time the man's wife comes to speak with Gary.
It's not who you are looking
He is. You know he is. I know he is. He knows he is.
for.
She too denies that her husband is the debtor, Mr. Ockey.
This isn't going to go away just because he refuses to talk to me.
A lot of times people will speak to us through windows, speak to us on the end of a phone. They won't open the door because they think we're just going to barge in and remove goods. They don't realise that we're actually there to help in some cases, and they perhaps don't want to take that risk.
It's looking unlikely that they will get into the house. But then the man's wife opens the door.
I want to talk to him. That's all I want to do.
Gary now has access to the porch. But the man is still barring the way into the house.
You want to barge into my...
No, I don't want to barge anywhere. You want to open the door?
Yeah, if you come in either way, I'm not going to see you. I'm going to hold you to see you.
Hold on. Stay away. Let me just talk to him. Is that okay?
But as soon as the woman opens the door, her husband tries to force it closed again.
Sir, you're obstructing me from doing my job. I'm doing this to maintain a line of communication between me and you. If you close the door, that communication is gone.
Open the door. Yeah, I'm listening to you.
Okay. This debt is £47,000.
Yes.
I don't expect you to raise all of that. But we need to come to a resolution today of getting this sorted out.
If you want to come in, go right in and come in.
So the debt is £47,354 and 5 pence. If you can pay £20,000 today, then I will get the client to agree a monthly payment for the remaining £27,000.
I don't have £20,000 to pay.
Then, do you want to make some phone calls and see if somebody can help?
No, I don't have.
Because if you don't make any efforts, we will remove goods from the
If
property.
you want to remove good, go ahead and remove good. I do not have £20,000 to pay. I don't have such money. I can pay you 1,000 at a later time this week, during this week, but I do not have 20,000. I don't even have 1,000 now.
It's now clear that the man is taking responsibility for the debt, confirming Gary's suspicion that he is Mr. Ockey, the man named on the writ.
Okay, I'm going to have a look around the property, okay, and see what goods are here.
As Mr. Ockey says he can't settle the debt, the writ commands Gary to look around the house for any goods of value that could be seized.
There's a safe in here.
What is it?
There's nothing in there.
Oh.
There doesn't appear to be anything worth removing, so Gary heads upstairs to discuss the case further with Mr. Ockey.
Austin, why did this debt come about? What do you owe the money?
Sick. She was sick for more than a year. She was hospitalized, and I was not working.
How much was your rent?
1,000.
1,000. They've taken you to court for over £40,000. That's 3.5 years rent.
No.
But you work.
She doesn't go back to work.
No, you work.
I don't work.
So where were you going yesterday in a suit then?
I was going to my school. I'm a student. I school.
Despite Mr. Oke's claims that family circumstances have led to his massive debt, Gary is duty-bound to reclaim at least some of the money today.
You need to raise some money. Austin, this debt is huge. Can you get £5,000 today?
No, I don't. What I know I can do is, if I start off with a payment by Friday.
How much though? How much?
I will try to improve more than 1,000.
How much would you pay the month after?
Can we say 1,000? It's a lot because
It's going to take 4 years. Paying £1,000 a month is going to take 4 years to pay this debt.
we can do more than that, but we can only promise one we know we are going to be able to keep at.
Gary calls the office to see whether a down payment of £1,000 in a few days' time, together with a payment plan, is acceptable to the claimant.
He's saying he can't pay anything. All he can manage to pay is £1,000 a month.
No down payment, anything at all.
He can't pay anything today, he's saying. There's no goods here worth removing. I'll give him till Friday to pay £1,000, and then it'll be £1,000 a month.
Okay.
But if you can pass it on to the clients, we've been here for nearly 2 hours, and it's not getting any better than that. Thanks, John. Cheers, mate.
Cheers, guys.
Bye.
The offer has been accepted.
I feel sorry for the client because I wish there was more I could do. I really do. But unfortunately, if a debtor owes a large amount of money and they have no goods, there's nowhere else to go with it, really.
The case is resolved for now. But if Mr. Oke doesn't stick to his payment plan, Gary and Connor will be back.
Thank you for your compliance, eventually. Hopefully we won't need to meet again.
Yeah.
Have a nice day. Take care.
Onwards to the next one.
Yep.
Hopefully he sticks to the payments.
Nearly 80,000 county court judgments were issued against businesses in England and Wales in 2016. Their average value is on the rise, and last year exceeded £3,500. Knightsbridge, West London.
This is what you get when you're around Harrods.
Yeah.
We don't want to get out of there in a hurry, are we?
High Court enforcement agents Del Anglin and Max Caraher are on their way to collect a debt from a beauty company, Amber Therapy Suites Limited, on behalf of a disgruntled ex-employee.
We're looking to collect a total of £10,314.78.
The business is run from a shared commercial unit. So Del and Max go inside to look for the owner of the debtor company.
Hello, sir. I'm here for Amber Therapy Suite Limited. Doesn't look like you at all.
I can massage if that's what you want.
I'm alright, thanks. Do you know Amber Therapy?
I've heard of Amber Beauty, but not Amber Therapy Suite Limited.
Are they here?
Where do they operate out
In
of?
a treatment room at the back.
The owners of the gym are not connected to the debtor company, but it seems a business of a similar name to the debtors rents a room at the address. Max needs to investigate further.
Who's the person who works in here, sir?
Renata.
Oh, okay.
The owner, Renata, is not on the premises, so Del asks to speak to a member of staff.
Marta, who's
Hi, Marta.
Hi, Marta.
Can we speak to you in your office?
Yeah, sure.
Please.
But then suddenly, Del receives a phone call from an unknown number.
Hello? Who are you? Who am I speaking to?
Sorry.
Well, I'm sorry. If you're not prepared to tell me who you are, I'm just going to hang up, okay? Just a moment, Renata. Just bear with me a moment. Now, I've got a High Court writ of control to collect an amount of £10,314.78.
Okay, and what do you mean?
We understand that you are the owner of the company called...
I'm not the owner. I don't have any company at all.
No.
There is some kind of misunderstanding.
Then why have you phoned me then, if that's the case? Because I've been informed that you are the owner.
I'm only the manager.
Do you know... You do... Hello? Hello?
While Del continues to question Renata, Max hunts for clues as to who is really running the salon and finds some paperwork.
Whoa, hold on. Let me just read.
Amber Therapy Suite.
Bingo. This is checkmate for them.
It's a sales document in the name of the debtor company, Amber Therapy Suites Limited.
All right? Because we're like a dog with a bone, aren't we, Max? You know why she's panicking?
Why?
Because she's been called.
Just because we get to a property and there's a different company operating there doesn't mean we're just going to walk away. One clue can change a case. If you find something linking all of the assets in a business to a defaulter company, that can be a game changer. We're good to enforce, and we know exactly what assets there are.
The agents have the evidence they need to continue enforcing the writ here today. Renata is now on her way to the salon. While they wait for her to arrive, the agents start an inventory of goods they could seize if the debt isn't paid.
There is a machine here which appears to be some vacuum thingamajiggy.
What on earth do these women do to themselves? That's a hot wax thing. I don't really know if that's something I want to see.
Why not? She sees everything. As far as I'm concerned, it all goes. Let someone else come and value it. We're not experts, and
Definitely not.
As the agents are unsure of the value of the assets, they will have to seize most of the equipment to be sure of covering the £10,000 debt. But then a man appears.
Right, sir. Calm down, sir.
He immediately attempts to shut the agents in the treatment room.
No.
So you're blocking the door. So listen,
you're coming to the room. This is my wife.
Sir, you come in. Your temper's up here, sir. You're standing in front of the door, blocking it.
For which company you coming? Show the documents. I say.
Sir, due to the Data Protection Act, we can't speak to you about this matter.
Okay. I'm Renata's husband. She coming.
can you excuse me, ma'am, sir?
Can you move out of the way? Sir, move and let my colleague. Thank you.
Renata's husband, Stas, decides to let Del go, leaving Max on his own.
No, don't close the door.
Remain open, I'm sorry.
Right, if you do that, mate, it's obstruction and you'll be arrested.
Go outside.
Sorry?
Go outside. Okay.
Go outside? I'm not going to be going outside.
I'm going as well. Maybe somebody took the stuff in your pocket.
So you can go outside and
I'm
chill
going
out. Yeah,
outside.
you do
I'm
that.
waiting.
Don't touch my colleague.
I'm waiting.
Okay?
I need to stop here and
Right. When family friends turn up thinking that they're a knight in shining armour, this can really hinder the enforcement process because they've already got this idea in their head that they're not going to pay, and they put up a barricade to try and stop us. I think a lot of people don't remember that we're commanded by the High Court. They need to pay this, otherwise we need to physically remove assets.
Minutes later, Renata finally arrives.
Hello.
Hello.
Well, my name's Renata. If you need to see my ID.
No, that's fine.
Okay. Well, basically, I would like to find out what's happening.
Okay.
Because this is Amber Beauty Limited.
Okay.
And how did you link it to Amber Therapy Suite? I don't know.
Well, this was in the top drawer.
Okay. We got it off our accountant. We've got the same accountant as with Amber Therapy Suite.
It's just an awful coincidence.
If it's your accountant, right, why would you have an accountant for a business you don't own?
What do you mean?
Well, why have you got an accountant?
I've got an accountant for my own business.
What, so we are now establishing that you're no longer a manager, you own this business.
Under pressure, Renata has let her guard down and admitted she's more than just a manager. But she's still claiming that her company isn't the one on the writ. Max investigates further.
What I would like to see is verifiable receipts for assets.
Okay,
in this
that can
room.
be sent to you. It's not a problem. I can get them
What
tomorrow.
What's going to happen now, madam, if you can't produce that? We will have to now remove these goods for sale at public auction.
When you're dealing with debtors that, for want of a better word, are telling you lies, you need to break down each lie as it comes, show them, and display the fact that they're lying. They realise the game's up.
With Renata unable to prove her claims, the agents now have to get this case resolved one way or another. Max starts removing equipment from the treatment room.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. If you
But with her business now at serious risk, Renata finally starts to negotiate.
Okay,
and
so
take it to
before
the
I take the
court.
goods, can any chance I could give you like a small amount today?
How
So
much?
We can, let's say 500.
No.
Before, well, I don't, do you expect me to have 10,000 in my bag?
No, but you might have it in your bank.
I can give you today 500 until we sort everything out.
No. How about 5,000? Can you give me
Of
5,000?
course I cannot give you 5,000. Okay, can we try 2,000? I mean, can we try 2,000? But think obviously that 2,000 is maximum, that's it.
2,000.
If you can get me £4,000, we can work something out.
3,000. It's possible to get.
No, I mean, I don't
I have the call the friends, maybe some the do for the 3,000.
You do me 3.5. We'll wrap this up. You'll go home. I'll go home. Go to court.
Do
Sort
for
it out.
3,000. Okay, I'm going for the call for the maybe something. That's fine.
Despite Renata's initial claim that she wasn't responsible for the debt, her husband successfully arranges the £3,500 the agents have asked for.
3,500, yeah?
The goods listed on the inventory will stay in place for now. But if Renata fails to pay the rest of the money within 14 days, the agents will be back to seize them.
Okay, we're done here. Thank you very much for your time. Thank you very much, sir.
What strikes me is after all the innocence pleading, they've parted with a significant amount of money. Why would you do that? That's a lot of money to pay.
Long day, time to go home.
Max and Dell's case is settled for now. But in Max and Paul's next case, they meet a debtor whose finances have spiralled out of control.
I made over $100 million, and I lost it all. Nightmare.
According to a recent survey, the number of people in the UK concerned about their personal finances has reached its highest level in the last 3 years. Worried over rising inflation coupled with low wages, 1 in 5 adults believe their financial situation will get worse over the next 6 months. High Court enforcement agents Paul Bohill and Max Caraher are in Wandsworth, south-west London, to collect a debt of £8,000 owed to a firm of financial advisors by a film producer.
And we're looking to collect £8,214.45.
But this isn't the first time Paul has come across the debtor, Stephen Brown.
I believe this gentleman is known to you.
Yeah, we have got a history with him. We evicted him from a flat before, and the rent arrears were over 30 grand.
He works in television, doesn't he? He's a producer.
Yeah, he is. There are repeat offenders, and if we've already established a relationship with them, there's no reason not to continue that relationship. It makes it easier. They know what my parameters are, they know the rules, so they either can pay or they can't pay. Talk's a good talk, but doesn't cost with any money.
The address on the writ is a penthouse apartment in a prime riverside development.
What are we looking for?
Penthouse, top floor.
Stephen, how are you, sir?
Hello, sir.
Come on upstairs. Thank you, sir. Nice to see you again.
I'll show you all the papers.
Stephen is keen to tell Paul how the debt came about.
It's a service I canceled after 2 months. It's $5,000 a year. After I found out that their advice was terrible, I canceled it. That's all it is.
Tax advisor.
Yeah. I didn't get anything for it. And I canceled it after 2 months old. Yeah. And they billed me for the whole year.
But it seems this £8,000 debt is only the tip of the iceberg.
I'm about £400,000 in debt.
What's gone wrong with your life?
Started out over there. Remember my wife? Divorce. Whole nightmare. She's back in America. I've got the boys.
Do the boys live here?
Yes, they live with me. Single father. It just collapsed.
It's clear that following his divorce, Stephen's finances have gone into meltdown.
In 1993, on the Securities Exchange Commission, I took my company public. I made over $100 million.
What did you do?
21 years ago. I got married 19 years ago. I bought multi-million-dollar homes, basketball players in Pacific Palisades, California, homes in Hawaii, everything. And I lost it all because of marriage to a crazy woman. I'd get my sister to send me $100 a month from Canada to keep our food going until I either sell the show or I'm done. Nightmare. Nightmare.
What's the rent on this property a month?
£11,500
a month.
Yeah.
So I'm not being rude, but surely this is living outside of means if all these problems are arising.
It wasn't when I moved in a year ago. It was not.
Circumstances change. Some defendants have earned huge salaries in the past and then lost it, but they haven't changed their lifestyle accordingly. It can have such a devastating effect on the landlords, the suppliers, the small business owners who they owe money to. I suppose it gives me more motivation to collect for the claimant.
Despite Stephen's circumstances, the agents need to get this case resolved, one way or another.
I take it you're not working at the moment, then?
No, I'm not. I'm just writing television shows and trying to pitch them is what I'm doing. Trying to beat the clock. You know, in the entertainment business, I can, on one deal, pay all my bills off. I mean, I own the rights to the old Western, Gary Cooper and Grace Kelly, High Noon. And I have Bruce Willis committing to the movie. My friend Steven D'Souza wrote all the Die Hard movies for Bruce, is writing the script as we speak. If he can get it finished in the next few weeks, which he thinks he can, I will then get $1 million, $2 million, $3 million advance. I'll be buying you a beer. That's where I'm at.
But the agents can't wait for one of Stephen's deals to come through.
I want to search for any assets to remove.
With payments looking unlikely, the agents must look around the penthouse for any items of value they could seize.
I don't own a single thing in here, except my one work computer and my kid's one computer for school.
Okay.
That's it.
But Max is sceptical and begins a thorough search.
There's a lot of designer goods, all of which will be seized. What's the new value of all this stuff? Huge amount of money.
There are thousands of pounds worth of luxury goods in the flat.
I know how much they're worth. They're new. Oh, probably worth the debt.
The designer bags alone could fetch up to £3,000 at public auction.
Sunglasses, bags, you name
That's
it.
my wife.
You'd have to prove that with receipts. They'll all be being seized.
Despite Stephen's claims, the agents suspect he originally bought the goods. If he can't find evidence to the contrary, they could be seized. But just when the agents think they may have struck gold, Stephen drops a bombshell.
I have 3 bankruptcy petitions totaling $250,000. I have documents here.
If we are about to enforce a writ of control, and bankruptcy or liquidation are mentioned, if these two things are genuinely in progress, we would be wasting our time in trying to enforce the writ of control. Because any monies that we were able to recover through these routes would be remitted directly to the official receiver or to the liquidator.
Paul calls Stephen's legal representative to verify his story about the bankruptcy.
What I'm trying to establish with Mr. Brown is he actually bankrupt at this point, or is there an actual application to make him bankrupt in place? Do you know of that? He's not bankrupt. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Thank you, bye.
It seems that Stephen hasn't been declared bankrupt after all. As the agents suspect that he purchased the expensive designer goods, they can remove them unless he can prove otherwise.
Thank you, Stephen. Thank you for your hospitality.
But with Stephen still liable for any remaining balance after the auction, the agents will be back.
Thanks very much. Take care, Mr. Brown. That handbag looks very good on you. Well, that was a different one, wasn't it? Absolutely amazing.
In 2016, over 80,000 people under the age of 25 contacted a leading UK charity to seek help with their debts. Last year, the average amount owed stood at nearly £6,000, a 20% increase in just 2 years. It's 6 a.m. Paul Bohill and Gary Brown are in Rochester, Kent.
What have you got this morning, Gary? Cold and miserable.
Got a Mr. Corey Nixon.
Corey owes over £2,000 to a garage for unpaid car repairs. The address is in a small village in the Kent Marshes.
This is Cliff.
Is it quite remote, is it?
It is, yeah. It's actually out on the marshes. You ever seen the film Great Expectations? It's all filmed up.
I don't think so.
All the mist rolling over and all that. All right, go round the corner.
Yes, that one up there, look.
As the agents arrive at the house, they spot several vehicles parked outside. If any of them belong to Corey, they could be seized if he can't or won't pay.
One of the kids has just told the mum someone's at the door, so I imagine someone will be down soon.
If we can get there early in the morning, there are two dynamics that work every time. First, you find them there. Second, they're more likely to open the door, and then you can address the situation immediately.
Hello there, can I speak to Corey Nixon, please?
He's not here, he's in hospital.
Right, okay.
What's it about, sorry?
It's a legal matter that's ongoing. I need to speak to him so I can tell him what it's about. Can I speak to him, please? Can you give him a call?
No, I can't because I'm not being funny. You haven't turned around and told me what it's for.
There's only so much information I can give
Mum.
you because of data protection. He
Right,
would need to. He would need to authorise me.
I can get him to give you a call.
Okay.
I can do. If you want to give me your phone number, I can get it.
I need to speak to him now, though.
Pardon?
I need to speak to him now.
Well, yeah, I'll give him a call. Can I shut my door, please? Because I'm getting all my heat now.
I need to come in then.
No, you don't need to come in. Look, can you please get out and I will ring because my phone is upstairs. You're letting the cold air in my house.
Then if you let me in, you can close the door.
The agents enter the house, but they're in for a surprise.
Right, Corey, apparently these men say you owe money.
Oh, so he's not in hospital then? Do you want to come downstairs and I'll explain what this is about?
The debtor, Corey, is at home after all.
You're going to have to come down or else they're going to arrest you.
We're not going to arrest him. We're not police officers.
He's 19 years old.
Fine.
He doesn't owe no money to...
Corey, do you want to speak to me now? I'll explain what this
They
is all
won't talk
about.
to me, even though I'm your mum.
I don't mind explaining to your mum, Corey, but I'd need your permission to discuss the case because of data protection. There's my ID. They've taken you to court by way of a CCJ, but then they've escalated the case to the High Court for enforcement purposes.
How can you go to court if they've
The
done it
court sends out
online?
letters.
He's not had no letters, though. This is the thing. Seriously, the only letters he's had is his bank, Barclays.
Between the time it's taken to court and now, there's probably been about 4 or 5 letters.
They've taken you to court for some reason, so ultimately we need to collect £2,149.91.
What, today?
Yeah.
I don't even have.
I accept that he's... How old do you call? He's 19? Okay. I accept that he's 19.
I cannot find £2 grand.
Do you not think what this is about at all?
No, all my stuff is paid by my name stuff.
It's something to do with that 04 plate car on the driveway because they've given that registration to us. So whether you've had some work done to the car, how would they know that car unless it's yours?
It's not mine. I can't drive.
Right, well, this is in your name. Because otherwise, how would they have that registration for the car?
He doesn't own a car.
Well, it's involved in the case somehow. So maybe some work has been done to the car and they have lent the money
Right.
to allow that work to be done, but it's in his name. Something tells me you know what this is about.
Yeah, I do. You remember when the clutch went on the car? The gearbox was rebuilt? Yeah, you do, because it was you that gave me the bank card. And they were meant to take £300 per month out of your bank, and they never took a payment out of that bank.
Right,
That bank account.
It seems that without him knowing, Kerry used her son's bank card to get repairs done to the car, but the garage was unable to take payments from his account.
Now that you're satisfied that this is a legitimate case, I'm telling you I need the money. Otherwise, I'm going to escalate the case to a higher stage of enforcement.
You can give me until 9 o'clock to try and get this money. I need to get my girls to school.
I'm here now, and it needs to be paid. So, by all means, Corey, this is your debt. I mean, I can't tell your mum you need to pay it because it's not her debt. You're the one that's legally responsible.
I've got no way of doing it. I'm a single mum to 4 kids.
Kerry gets her father on the phone.
Dad, I need to find £2 grand within 5 minutes. Right, do you know what? Forget it, yeah? It's not my problem. It's somebody else's problem that I'm sorting out. Corey's.
The agent's visit is causing shockwaves in the family. With tempers fraying, will the agents ever get the £2,000 they came for? High Court enforcement agents Paul Bohill and Gary Brown were in Cliff, near Rochester in Kent, to recover a debt of over £2,000 owed to a garage by 19-year-old Corey Nixon.
One of the kids has just told the mum. Imagine someone will be dead soon.
The debtor's mother, Kerry, at first lied to the agents.
He's not here, he's in hospital.
But then Corey appeared and claimed to know nothing about the debt.
It's something to do with that 04 plate car on the driveway.
It's not mine. I can't drive.
Kerry called her dad.
Dad, I need to find £2 grand within 5 minutes. It's not my problem. It's somebody else's problem that I'm sorting out. Corey's.
But he was unable to help.
Seriously, forget it.
Now, the agent's only option is to seize goods to offset the debt. Gary turns his attention to the car, which led to the dispute.
Okay, I need to see proof of the vehicles. Start with the car that's on the driveway, the 04 plate.
Oh, actually, my logbook from Peugeot, Saturn Peugeot.
Thing is, these documents wouldn't be enough because, as it says there, this document is not proof of ownership. Yeah, that's the name of the registered keeper.
Proof of
This
ownership.
document is not proof of ownership.
So, how more do you want me to show it?
I'd need the bills of sale or the sales invoices when they were bought.
While Kerry looks for the bills of sale, Gary goes outside to inspect the car.
No, blacked out Peugeot sign. Oh, look at that. Is this a car that a middle-aged woman drives? I don't think so. The client has supplied details of this car. She's trying to say that it's hers. He's saying he doesn't drive. Looking at a car like this, it certainly looks like a young lad driving it.
With no proof that the car doesn't belong to Corey, Gary hopes the threat of seizing it will prompt an offer of payment.
Based on the information the client has given us, this is to do with that car, so that's going to be the first thing that goes.
But how? This is the thing. You're taking something from me that is needed for my everyday life.
You should have thought about that. What it comes down to, if the money isn't paid, then we'll remove goods.
With no payment in sight, the agents need to set a deadline and make the family aware that removing goods incurs extra fees.
At 7 o'clock, the debt is going to go up to £2,800.
How much?
2,800 and 31 pence. It's 5 to 7.
Is there no way that I can try and sort something out with you?
How much can you get now? Because
I can ask my friend if he can help me out with £1,000, and then I can make some sort of agreement with you.
okay, if you get £1,000, then I'll set up an arrangement. But the arrangement will be against the car.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
And goods in the house.
Gary has offered the family a lifeline. £1,000 now and the balance paid off within 1 day. Kerry phones a friend for help.
Josh, I'm so sorry to ring you. Do you help me out with £1,000 and I will sort that out with you today? I'll get it sorted today for you. It stops them from taking my car and everything. Are you sure?
Kerry's friend comes to the rescue.
I think they need it now, babe.
He makes a part payment of £1,000. But Corey is still responsible for the remaining debt. And Gary lists the car as collateral if the outstanding balance is not paid within 24 hours.
Right, so this is a control goods agreement, which means I have control of the car. It does mean that we have the authority to force entry into the property if nobody answers, but hopefully it's not going to come to that, okay?
The agents have got the best result they can for now. But if the balance of £1,150 isn't paid within the deadline, they will be back for the car.
Standard visit. You expect the lies, you expect the deceit. We got a result, and the other half of the result will be on its way later on today. It's an unfortunate situation for people concerned, but pay your bills.
Struggling to survive after changes to the system, we meet the families living hand to mouth tomorrow night at 8 in Brand New on Benefits. Next tonight, VIPs who are no strangers to the Big Brother house are about to cause mayhem, just what we like.
Threats. Anger.
Call the police, man!
Desperation.
Doesn't have a penny, doesn't own a thing.
What happens when debt
I know my rights, do not tell myself that.
tracks you down?
Please don't be quick with me, it's not my fault.
Up and down the UK,
Oh, we can't take my, don't be taking my equipment.
we see Britain's most resilient High Court enforcement agents
Oh, my property,
I'm not going anywhere.
dealing with every debtor's worst nightmare.
But I'm not even paying a penny on it.
Because if you can't pay,
There's absolutely nothing I can do.
they'll take it away. A recent survey has revealed that more than half of Britain's small and medium-sized businesses have outstanding invoices totalling over £44 billion. Almost two-thirds of company owners believe that late payments were pushing their businesses to breaking point, while nearly a quarter revealed that they've had to resort to their overdraft to keep afloat. High Court enforcement agents Stuart McCracken and Elmore Victor are in Cheadle, Manchester. They're hoping to collect a debt of almost £2,400 owed by Oracle Claims Limited in unpaid invoices.
But it's one of the accident claim companies, isn't it? Popping up everywhere.
The agents had previously tried to find company director Munir Elahi at a commercial address, but found Oracle Claims were no longer trading from there.
That's one house, mate. That's one big house.
Well, let's hope they got one big debit card.
Notice of enforcement has now been sent to the only other official address for the business listed on Company's House.
You going that way, Vic? I'll go this way.
Yeah.
It appears to be a residential address, but the agents have every right to believe that the company is now trading from here.
Hello. Hi there. Morning. My name is Victor. I'm High Court enforcement agent. We are after a company called Oracle Claims Limited. Mr. Munir
Don't live here, mate. This company's not registered here.
Right.
You just check your company's house, mate.
The notice has been sent to this address.
Right, thank you very much. You give us whatever you give us, your information.
Right.
I'll speak to my brother. I'm back.
Is it your brother? Is it your brother, sir?
It's my brother, yeah.
Okay. You need to get him on the phone. We need to speak to him now.
Doesn't even live here, mate.
Are you able to get him on the phone and get this sorted?
You know what? Get him on the phone right now.
Yeah.
Get him on the phone.
We get it sorted, we'll go.
I'm going to call my back out. I'm going to call my back.
Let's just get it sorted and we'll go.
We'll go, mate.
Simple as that.
Despite his brother Asim's instant hostility, the agents have the right to stay and investigate further.
You can arrest me. You can't arrest
Arrest?
me.
What do you mean arrest?
You can't
I'm not
arrest
here to
me.
arrest
Oh,
you.
you are the High Court enforcement.
Yeah, exactly, mate. The High Court, right?
Guess what? You don't do nothing to me. Guess
I know.
what? I'm not in your limelight.
Exactly.
Get out of my property.
No, I'll
My
stay here.
brother. Get
I'll
out of
stay
my
here.
property,
I'm not
mate.
going anywhere, mate.
I could have come down. I'm not paying. How could that's wrong what you're doing? That's disgusting.
Let's just get this sorted and then we'll go. Simple as that.
Arthur, please.
Yeah.
Just ignore it. Sorry.
No, I understand. No, I understand. Yeah.
Arthur! That's it, you better tell them not doing the language.
People must think that when we in a situation where they get aggressive or starting to shout at us, that it's the first time ever it's going to happen to us. That happens on a daily basis, and you just think to yourself, here we go again. It's time for name calling, or oh, it's story time. Because they always want to tell you what they think you're doing is wrong or how you do it. But it's like water for duck's back, to be honest with you.
While Asim's mother tries to calm her son down, the defendant's other brother gets him on the phone.
Hello. They've got a higher court enforcer here for the debt that you owe. The fact of the matter is, there's a debt that needs to be sorted. Well, I can't believe you didn't sort it out. It's 1100 quid with them, and it's lent to 2300 quid, mate, with the fees. Right, basically, what they're saying that they've got the details wrong. They should be going round to the office. You should not
Right.
come to my
Listen, sir, this is...
come to my
Sir,
and this company,
Okay.
listen,
Yeah.
let me just say, this company,
Okay.
I've got the details wrong, because if you look at the company's house,
Yeah.
if you look at the company's house and company check, Oracle Claims Limited is not. This is not the address.
Yeah.
We don't trade from here. Do you
Okay.
know we're trading from here? No.
I'm listening to you.
We know that there's an amount here, that's fine. But you come to the wrong address. You come to my home. You come to my family home, and that's disrespectful.
I've got- no, it's not
The company-
disrespectful, sir.
I'm not being funny. We're in an laughing area, and you just embarrassing us for no reason. You've not done your due diligence because that company is not registered to their home address. It's just not. So
Well-
you need to do your checks, mate.
Yeah, we have,
I'll get
sir.
a laptop out right now for you.
Yeah.
And I will speak to whoever I need to speak to and put any complaint in, mate. You can come to the wrong address. Are you not understanding what I'm telling you?
No, I understand what you're telling me. You don't understand what I'm saying, sir. We live in a society where you don't want your neighbours to know your financial circumstances. That can be very embarrassing. So when we arrive, they worry, what's the neighbours going to say? What's my neighbours thinking? I got to get rid of these guys. And then they just normally make the situation worse by taking that frustration out on us. That's not going to help you at all. You know, you're just making the situation worse for yourself.
The agents have now been in the house for 10 minutes. There's still no sign of the debtor, but his brother Asim isn't calming down.
Mate, don't walk around with your boots like that, mate. Stand in one spot. Don't do that. Don't do that, mate. Sit in your mum's gaff, in your fucking dad's gaff. It's my house. It's my house. It's my mum's house. It's my dad's house. So you know what? If you're gonna stand fucking correctly, mate. Can you move me? I'm trying to go upstairs now.
Okay, there you go.
Move then. Can you move over there, mate? Can you move over there? Don't guy, move over there now. Move.
With tempers rising, Stuart calls the police.
Hello, I need immediate police assistance, please. We've been met with hostility.
Are you telling me that I have to walk around you? You're in my fucking house, you prick. You ain't the fucking police. You wait for the court. You remember that, mate?
Yeah.
This simple case has turned into an aggressive situation. With Asim in direct conflict with Stuart, the agents will have to work hard to get this case resolved peacefully. High Court enforcement agents Elmore Victor and Stuart McCracken were in Cheadle, Manchester, to collect just under £2,400 owed by Oracle Claims Limited.
We are after Oracle Claims Limited, registered at this address.
This company's not registered here.
His family denied company director Munir Elahi lived or traded from the address, and tempers quickly escalated.
You're in my fucking house. Get out of my property. My brother, get out of my property,
I'm not going anywhere, mate.
So Stuart called the police.
Hello, I need immediate police assistance, please.
Officers are on their way to the address. But then the defendant's father arrives.
The registered office is down in Cheadle, not here. So you had no right to come here, first of all.
It's a High Court writ. At the moment, they've got a CCJ, a county court judgment against Oracle Claims Limited, right? Because the CCJ wasn't paid, the claimant has transferred to the High Court, which they're entitled to do. If he doesn't want to pay it, that's fine. We will go to the next stage.
What's that?
Remove goods.
Finally, the defendant himself arrives.
You're telling me you're going to remove... This house doesn't belong to him. This is my house.
Right. Well, as
right?
long as we can
Not
keep
his.
proof,
And he don't even live here, by the way.
Is that...
That's him. He don't even live here.
Right.
So you've got no right to be here.
So at some point, your son has put down this address, all right? The court has acted on that information. So we are here legally. We have to get that straight. But we don't want to go to the next step unless he can make the payment. If he thinks anything is wrong here, he's got 14 days, which is 2 weeks, to sort it out.
It's a fucking piss state, this is. It really is.
What people need to realize is when we arrive at your door, all our paperwork is in order, all the checks has been done, and we are there legally. People always think whatever we're doing is illegal, but we know the law. You know, we do this for a living.
20 minutes after they were called, the police arrived.
Hello, officer, you okay?
Can I just step in? I just want to see what's everyone's okay. Well,
Obviously, when we first turned up, there's a bit of hostility, a bit of breach of the peace, so that's the reason for the call.
The police tell Asim that the agents have every right to be in the house. But now, with his whole family caught up in his debt, Munir Elahi suddenly decides to pay.
It's on a card, sir. Is it a debit card? That's the amount, 2,355 and 45 pence. You can enter your PIN number and then a green button, please. Sir.
Sorted.
There you go. That's your card and your payment.
Right.
Yeah, well done. Well done. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Alright, cheers. Thank you. You know what, though, Vic? If you just answered the door and said, here's my debit card, you could have avoided all this. I think it was just a good protocol just to get the police involved.
It's just a typical, you know, family standing together, which is not a bad thing.
There's ways and means of dealing with it, though, isn't there?
Well, yeah.
A recent report has revealed that rising rents in the private sector, combined with low wages and freezes on benefits, have put 1 million UK households at risk of homelessness. People in private rented accommodation spend more than 40% of their monthly income on housing costs, and nearly 4 million families are cutting back on essentials to pay for their rent or mortgage. (8 a.m). High Court enforcement agent Gary Brown and trainee Connor Jackson are in New Romney, Kent, to recover a debt of more than £4,000 owed by a couple in unpaid rent.
The notes say we've got 2 traced addresses. It's going to be in this area, isn't it?
The money is owed to the landlord of a property the couple, Rebecca and Harry, shared 2 years ago.
It's looking like it could be flats, mate.
Be on this side.
It's there. It looks like a ground floor flat.
The landlord escalated the case to the High Court, and now the debtors must pay in full today. First to be visited is Rebecca.
We're going to have a look around the back, see if there's a back garden.
Got him.
I've seen movement.
Have you? Right, okay. Rebecca, can you come to the door, please? I know you're in there. I've seen movement. Thank you. Why didn't you answer the first time when we knocked?
Sorry,
That's all right.
I've got to go to work. In
Okay, you're Rebecca, I take it?
Yes.
Okay. What it is, my name's Gary Brown.
Yeah.
I'm an enforcement agent. You've been taken to court. You and...
For what?
Is it for unpaid rent or something, or...?
I moved out. I sorted it with the landlords. Because
Right.
me and him are split up. We split up ages ago. Like 2 years ago.
Right.
I spoke to the landlords and they removed me from the tenancy. He's now in Newquay.
Right. Have you got his phone number?
Yes, I have. Sorry,
That's all right.
I've got to leave in like 2 minutes for work.
Okay, well, we are going to need to get this paid.
Becky tries to call her ex, Harry.
You said the both phone voicemail started.
That sounds like your number's blocked.
Yeah, most probably is. That's what he's like. He won't answer because he doesn't answer me. Now I've got to go to work.
I understand, but
now.
this needs to get paid. Or we remove goods, and we don't want to do that.
Becky calls her ex's mother, Liz.
Hello?
Hi, Dad, you alright?
No. I've got people here getting money for Harry's rent arrears.
Oh, but you just got to say nothing to do here.
They're not going to listen, Liz. They're here now.
Right, put them on then.
Do you want me to speak to her? Hello?
Hello?
Hello there. The courts have said that they are both liable for the whole money.
Responsible for the whole money, yeah.
And the order is basically for us to remove goods unless the debt's paid. So
Yeah,
the best I can say is we'll give you till half past 8. If the money's paid, then we'll leave with no goods. But otherwise, we're going to have to escalate the case further. We can
Won't
take.
answer me, Liz. He's blocked my number.
Oh, I'm just going to give my son a ring. I'm not sure it's going to be successful.
Okay. All right then.
Alright then.
The deadline is set. But then Becky's ex, Harry, calls.
Do you know how much I hate you right now?
Right, well, there's no point going on like that, is there? Mum just told me.
What am I meant to do, Harry? They're going to take my stuff away because of you.
Well, it's not because of me, just me.
Yeah.
In the house as well, so I'm not asking.
I moved out.
It's something, is it?
Well, here you go. You can talk to him because I don't want to speak to you.
Oh, Harry.
Hello, mate.
Hello. I understand you live in Newquay.
Yeah, we're at the hospital, so yeah. I mean, obviously by the clothes on my back, I don't own anything, so.
Can you at least help Becky out with this? Can you pay some of it?
Well, yeah, but the thing is, I'm already paying off other bills, and I already owe my family money as it is. So I can't give you bulk money, that's the thing.
If it's not paid, we're going to have to remove goods from this premises.
So I've got nothing. I come down with the clothes on my back with nothing.
Okay. I don't know what to say then, Harry, because my orders are to remove goods if the debt isn't paid. Because you're both liable for it.
Yeah, is she the convict or she's a...
Yeah, 1 sec.
Hello? Hello?
Alright. But you dead?
No, I haven't spoke to my dad right now, Harry.
Right, well, I can't do anything here, can I? I've got nothing to give him. I'll give him my car if I could do, but I can't.
Alright, thank you.
Cheers.
With Harry saying he can't contribute anything towards their debt, Becky is now legally responsible for the full amount on the writ.
Becky, calm down. We'll sort this out. We'll get it sorted.
I'm just so annoyed that he's
No, I understand that.
I'm not lying to you at all.
That would be frustrating.
That's the most frustrating thing. Like, I was getting email after email saying you owe to Harry from the landlord, and I was ringing and I was like, I don't live there anymore. Can you stop email me? And they was like, yeah, we understand. We can't take you off it until he's moved out.
I see quite a lot of debt due to relationships going wrong and breaking down, and it really hits home that it's important to get things in order. So when enforcement agents turn up on their door and they're trying to recover money that one party may believe is owed by the other, it can just bring up all that past again, and it's quite difficult.
A few minutes later, Harry's stepmother, Claire, arrives.
Hello.
Okay, right, so how much is it?
£4,681.
I know it isn't. So, do you have to have the full amount?
It needs to be the full balance, really.
That's where I get £4 from. Oh no! I hate him so much! I know. I spoke to Dad. No. So you need to phone your dad, see if he can get you any.
Both Harry and his stepmom have suggested that Becky calls her father, but she seems reluctant.
I'm his little girl.
Last thing he wants to look after you. He doesn't want to see you upset about this. I can understand completely. Especially why a dad would be upset that you're in this position.
But with time running out, Becky follows advice and calls her father.
Hang on, do you want to speak?
Yeah, but it's not their fault.
No, no. Do you want to speak to him, Dad?
No, sorry.
My dad is cross, please. Sorry.
That's fine. Hello?
I'm Becky's dad. It does nothing belongs to her. The TV is mine. I bought it all and I've got receipts for it all.
Well, the fact that it's in her house we're gonna believe that it belongs to her. This does need to get resolved, and pretty sharpish. Becky will have a.
I've got to speak to my wife, and
So I'll put you back on the phone to Becky. But to be honest, if it's not resolved soon, I'm going to have to start adding fees, and that's not me being difficult.
No, you're doing your job.
Let me put you back onto Becky.
With Becky's father reluctant to help, her time to raise some funds is running out.
The horrible thing about debt is that it doesn't just affect the person who owes the money. Depending on how close family members are to that person, it can drag other people into it, and it ultimately affects them as well.
5 minutes later, Becky's father turns up at the house.
Hello there.
Hello there.
And he wants answers.
For starters, you can't take anything today, you can only mark it up and label it, correct?
Okay, I don't need to tell me how to do my
job. No, but that is the correct, isn't it?
No, that's not correct.
My understanding is that you can't remove anything from this today.
Then you're mistaken.
We can.
And I have before. I'm trying to be reasonable. I'm trying to tell Becky. I'm trying to tell Becky what I'm willing to do. It's half an hour since I was supposed to escalate this case, so we've been here an hour. But once it becomes obvious to me that the debt isn't going to be paid, I have no choice but start removing goods. I'm just going to nip out the chip and pin machine.
Please don't be cruel to me, Dad. It's not my fault.
I'm cross with how it's happened.
Me and your dad are going to put it on our credit cards, half and half, alright? And then we'll find out if that's okay.
With Becky's possessions at risk, Harry's stepmother Claire and Becky's father step in to pay off the £4,600 debt in full.
Okay, it's £2,387.77. They're splitting it, so half on that card and half on this card.
The rest of it's on your card, is it? Yeah, thank you.
This difficult case is finally resolved.
All right, we'll get out your hair. All right. It was nice to meet you. Shame it wasn't under more pleasant circumstances. All the best. Take care.
Thank you.
We've got a good result for the client. That's what I always take away from a case. But I really felt sorry for this girl. Genuine girl, genuine people around her coming to help her out.
Gary and Connor have managed to deal with a delicate situation. But in Stuart and Ian's next case, a soured friendship
I can't believe Richard's done this to me for me, Carl.
leads to a family crisis.
Took out a second mortgage on the house.
To try and clear debts. Fuck it out.
In 2016, more than 600,000 new companies were launched in the UK, investing on average £20,000 to cover start-up costs. However, research has shown that more than half of new businesses fall behind within the first 5 years, leaving a trail of debts behind them. High Court Enforcement Agent Stuart McCracken and colleague Ian Taylor are in Congleton, Cheshire, to collect £18,000 owed by a businessman for an unpaid loan.
It's a big one, mate. Is it a private claimant? Yeah, private individual.
The businessman, Keith, borrowed the money from a friend to invest in a new venture. But the enterprise failed. So his friend took him to court to get his money back and won the case. There's no answer. So Stuart turns his attention to the 4x4 parked outside.
It's worth a bit of money. About £7 grand.
He hopes that seizing the vehicle will prompt Keith to come to the door.
Can we get a clamp? Yeah, please, mate.
Moments later, Stuart's tactic pays off.
Is it the other crow on it, Ian? Hello there, sir. Oh. Yeah, my name is Mr. McCracken. I'm a High Court Enforcement Agent. We had to execute a High Court writ to the value of £18,383.
Hey?
We had to collect payment to remove goods.
I
knew nothing about it.
Right, a letter has been sent, sir.
I knew nothing about this at all.
There's a CCJ in your name, sir.
Yes, there is.
So you do know about it?
I do know about it, but I thought it sorted it.
Right. Well, sadly, it's taking it to the High Court, sir. Yeah. She needs to make payment. If not, the vehicle's going as well.
Well, there's absolutely nothing I can do. I can't. If I could have made the payment, I'd have paid it before.
No, I understand, sir. But sadly, it means that we will have to execute the writ, sir, which means this vehicle will be removed.
You better come in a minute.
Yeah. Hello. Is there anything you can pay?
Nothing. I'm skint. I don't pay mate. I mean, Richard was a friend.
Yeah.
You know, we used to rally together.
Yeah. What's the debt regarding? If you don't mind me asking. So we don't know him, you
It was a business loan. It was it was a friendly loan.
Yeah. Sadly, when money's involved, it's one of those, isn't it?
There's nothing we can do, so I can.
Well, we need at least 50% today. You see, you know what I mean?
I haven't got anything.
No.
I haven't got anything.
No.
With payments looking unlikely, Stuart and Ian start an inventory of goods inside the house they could seize along with the vehicle. But Keith is clearly still in shock.
I can't believe Richard's done this to me. I really can't. We set up a business in 2002. What we thought was a surefire. But to do it, you needed big money. So anyway, we set it up, and all we needed was like a 0.6 to take up to make profit.
Yeah.
And it never made 0.4.
Right.
And we put 300 grand in it.
Wow. Right. It only takes one bad business deal to ruin a friendship, but part of running a business is to understand that sometimes it's going to fail.
Half an hour later, Keith's partner, Julie, arrives.
What we borrowed from Richard was £8 grand, is what all we owed him, so how come this debt's 18?
Costs, interest,
It was 12
and enforcement fees.
We haven't got anything. That's why we've not been able to pay him.
Right.
Took out a second mortgage on the house.
To try and clear debts. Fucking hell.
Despite the couple's situation, the agents must continue taking the inventory.
Tell you what, some collection you've got here.
It's all shit. Is this stuff that you want to take as well?
It's anything that's of value, I'm afraid.
I don't believe you're giving this to me.
Right.
But then Stuart spots something unexpected.
I found shotgun cartridges here, so I'm going to try and find shotguns lying around.
It appears that Keith may be involved in gun sports.
There's shotgun cartridges and loads of ammunition in the garage.
As shotguns can cost thousands, Stuart and Ian may have another asset on their hands.
It's got to be a safe then, hasn't it?
They know the guns will be stored in a safe. So Ian goes to talk to Keith.
Could you open the safe, please?
No, sorry.
Well, obviously if we had to get a locksmith, then that gets added to your bill as well, then you don't need anything added to that.
I'm not having the contents of the old type on mine either, so...
Right, again, you need to show proof.
Yeah, they're on my ticket, but they belong to other people.
With Keith refusing to open the safe, Stuart turns detective. He spots a set of keys in the kitchen and goes to look for the safe. Upstairs, Stuart finds a stepladder leading to the loft.
Bingo. Boom, there we go. 2 shotguns. I think they're both premiums.
The guns could be worth thousands of pounds each, but legally, only a specialist removal team can take them away from the premises. Stuart goes downstairs to call the office. But Keith has the police on the phone.
Hello? The bailiffs have come in, they've opened the cabinet safe, that we kick the guns in, which is completely wrong. It's illegal, actually. Thank you. Bye-bye. They're on the way, they're going to be here any minute. Just going to open the cabinet like you've done while I'm not there is wrong.
You do get defendants that try to argue themselves out of the writ, thinking that what we're doing is incorrect and the process is wrong. We're there with a writ that tells us in black and white exactly what we need to do, and we will enforce that.
Half an hour later, the police arrive.
Hi, good morning. This gentleman's just dropped
They were actually lying on the kitchen side.
Still, you're still talking about there, without my permission, without me winning, and if they're open cabinet, which, as far as I'm concerned, is absolutely illegal.
I am aware that I've got a court order and asked the specialist officer to remove those guns.
Yes.
That is what I am aware of, but I don't know where it stands with who has to be at the cabinet at the time. But I'll find out and clarify. Okay.
The police call for advice from the firearms team and report back to Stuart.
Now, speaking with our specialist unit, firearms team, they've advised me, basically, that because you are here acting on behalf of the High Court, you have the essential permission and right to attend.
When somebody does come to remove them, they will have all the documentation to prove that they are licensed.
Yeah, exactly. Hopefully that's clear things up now for you. Is that okay?
Right.
With his right to have opened the safe established, Stuart starts to make arrangements for removal of the shotguns and the 4x4.
I'll ring recovery and see how long it'll take to get here.
But then Keith suddenly makes an offer.
I can find £2,000.
That will not be accepted.
I'm running out of options here. I'll have to drag a hold of my nephew who can afford it, but then it's a question of will he bloody help us.
Keith goes to call his nephew.
Hi Jonathan, it's your Uncle Keith. I'm in desperate need of some help. I was hoping we could sort out a loan. I've managed to get £2,000 together. Yeah, would you mind? Right, you're a star. All right, thanks Jonathan. See you in a bit. Right, Jonathan's going over.
Can I help?
He's going to see what he can do.
How far away is he?
It'll take you 15-20 minutes to get here.
It can be hugely important for defendants to reach out to family, because family ultimately is there to help when you're in need, and sometimes you do need to make that call and ask the favour, I need some help, can you help me?
10 minutes later, Keith's nephew arrives.
Hi, sorry, okay.
And makes an astounding suggestion.
What's that payout, Roger? I could buy it off you. You could rent it back. You clear your mortgage off, you clear this loan off, pay your rent every month, and then pay me the 20 grand back. And I'll sell it back to you whenever you want it. Whenever you want it back, there's an option to buy it back.
I don't think that maybe you're off.
Are you happy with you? I know not happy, but
I can see why you're doing what you're doing, and I understand. Yeah, I am just devastated. I've worked all my life and worked in school.
there's an option there to have it back. Yeah, there's an option there. It's not, we're not using it.
Yeah.
It just fits. It's a way of getting out of this rut that we're in now. Yeah? Yeah.
The case has taken a remarkable turn. To pay off the £20,000 debt, Keith and Julie agree to sell the home that they've lived in for 17 years.
What do we do about paying this then?
We can do it by debit card or anything like that. Yeah, let's try it. That's fine, that's gone through. There we go, guys. That's the breakdown of it there. Alright. We'll let ourselves out, guys. Alright. Alright, see you later. Right.
After 4 hours at the house, Stuart and Ian come away with payment in full.
Thank God for the nephew, eh?
Yeah. Wouldn't you, though? You know what I mean? It's
Family's family, though, isn't it?
A recent survey has revealed that the number of people in the UK who retire whilst in debt is on the rise. Over a quarter of people planning to retire in 2017 will be in debt, and the average amount owed is 30% higher than in 2016. (6:30 a.m). High Court enforcement agents Gary Brown and trainee Connor Jackson are in Hove near Brighton.
I like coming here for a family day out, just to go on the rides on the pier and win some teddies, that sort of stuff.
They're here with a writ to recover nearly £3,000 owed by Michael Rooks after his dog got into a fight with the claimant's dog in a local park.
First one is from Mr. Michael Rooks.
Okay.
It's a smallish debt to start you off with, £2,757.
The claimant took Mr. Rooks to court to recover their vet fees. Mr. Rooks lost the case, and now he must pay the £2,700 he owes today.
1,200 £2,700.
This is it, I think. It's this one here.
Main thing is get paid.
Touch wood.
There's no answer. But then Gary and Connor see movement at an upstairs window.
Is that a bloke?
I was going to see. There's a reflection.
Somebody's here. Hi, sir. You Michael Rooks?
No.
Okay. Does he live here?
Yes.
Ah. Can we speak to him, please?
Yeah, hold on.
Mr. Rooks?
Yes.
Hi, my name's Connor Jackson. This is my colleague Gary Brown. Step in. Stop.
I don't want a dog to get out.
You've been taken to court on the 13th of the 2nd this year, so we're here to collect an outstanding balance. Of,
1,600.
well, no, today it's £2,757 and 44 pence.
We have a dog fight. That's all.
So what, your dog attacked her dog?
Yes. She was exercising 3 dogs in the park, one of which she was throwing a ball for, which she threw near to me when I was picking up a dog's mess. I picked it up and my dog went for her dog. I don't know if you know anything about staffies, but once they've got their grip going, you can't let them go. I've heard people say, oh, stick your finger up their arse. I ain't going to do that.
Despite Mr. Rooks's dispute with the claimant, the agents are legally bound to enforce the writ today.
Today, you know, we need to collect £2,757.
You're going to get 2,000. Not over a big dog fight, you know.
Okay, well...
It's not going to happen.
Can I just understand, when you said that you're not paying it, have you got the ability to pay it and you're refusing to?
I'm an old age pensioner.
Okay, well, if you can't pay it, we're going to have to remove goods on the property.
So I'm not even paying a penny of it. I'll go to prison first. I haven't got £2,000 in my name.
Okay, but...
I'm not living in a nice house. This house cost me £7,000 30 odd years ago. So that's the only reason I'm living here.
With Mr. Rooks refusing to pay, the agents must look around the house for goods they could seize. But he's got other ideas.
Don't you come into my house?
Sir?
I'm sorry you're not coming in.
We are going to be coming in, sir.
Hey. Where are you going now?
I'm going to go and have a look around the house.
So you're going to have a look around my house?
Connor and Gary are now in a difficult situation. Faced with an elderly debtor obstructing them in their duties, they must use all their tact and experience to get this case resolved. Gary and Connor were in Hove, East Sussex, to collect £2,700 owed by Michael Rooks after his dog was in a fight with the claimants.
So your dog attacked her dog?
Yes.
Mr. Rooks refused to pay.
So I'm not even paying a penny of it.
And wouldn't let Gary and Connor into the house.
So you're going to have a look around my house?
Now they need to try and make him understand that they won't be leaving until they've resolved the case, one way or another.
Unless you make the payment, we're going to have to remove goods, sir.
I don't care, but I'm not paying anything. I'm certainly not paying £2,000 odd as you say now, over a dog fight.
Okay, well, the court has ordered that you owe the money. We're going to look around downstairs.
Gary and Connor try once again to make an inventory of goods they can seize to offset the debt. But then Gary spots something.
Check out the balance on that.
Sir, so you said you can't pay this. We found your bank statements here, sir. You got one here last year with a closing balance of £22,000, and there's another one here for £32,000.
Yeah.
So this isn't a case of you can't pay, this is a case of you won't pay it.
I'm not paying anything.
This is going to go one of two ways. Either the balance is paid, or we're going to remove goods today, and it's going to put the balance up. So we don't want to remove your goods. The best thing that you can do now is make a payment. We'll give you a receipt. We'll leave you all the court documents.
What would you call a payment?
Well, all of the balance.
No, not fucking £2,000.
So I've seen your bank statements for the end of last year. You had 50 grand in there.
Yeah.
So you do have the balance.
Well, I'm not paying any penny at all. I'm not even going to appeal. I'm sorry. I think it's absolutely... Oh.
I'm trying to help you here.
Oh, no, I can't argue with you people. Excuse me. That vicious dog that's guarding my house ain't doing me any good, is it? Hey, dog, get out of it. Yeah, you. All your bleeding fault.
This is just stubbornness, this is now. And it could cost him. I don't think he understands that through stubbornness...
I'm not fucking stupid.
So why can't we resolve this, sir, and save...
I told you I'm not paying me.
Okay, but would you rather pay us, or would you rather me take things from the house?
I'd rather you left. I think it's absolutely disgusting that you could come in here and start threatening me about what you're going to take if I don't pay you money.
I'm not threatening you, sir.
You are threatening me.
I'm trying to explain to you the process and what's going to happen if you don't make the payment. So, are you going to make this payment now, sir?
Oh, fucking hell.
The situation is at a stalemate. Connor tries one last time to try and persuade Mr. Rooks to pay.
This is the last time I'm going to ask this. If I'm going to give you this chance now to make the payment at 2,700, otherwise I'm going to have to escalate.
Before you answer that, if you say no, you're not going to pay it, it is going to immediately go up to the next stage of enforcement and we will start removing goods. That's going to cost you more money. So please answer it carefully.
Yeah, all right.
Mr. Rooks finally agrees to pay his debt in full.
Okay, so 275,744, yeah, Gary? Okay, that's all been authorised.
Do you ever have people who have a heart attack while this is all happening?
Not yet, but...
Not yet, well you might get one in a minute.
Hopefully not. It's all dealt with and we're going to be leaving now.
But he has one last word for the agents.
I'm still pissed off for these two.
It's nothing personal, Michael.
No, I'm pissed off to you two. It's nothing personal, but I am.
I'm going to leave you in peace. Right, it was nice to meet you. Shame it wasn't under...
I used to shake your hand, but I will do.
It's a bit late. All right, take care. Hope you get it sorted,
Just
all right?
remember, I'll look at your faces and I won't ever come in my house again.
Well,
but
hopefully,
you've got your money now.
hopefully we won't need to.
These
will we?
days, I've had enough of you two. You fucking drive me out the wall. So I thought it was the police. They're coming round to tell me that the bailiffs are going to be called in to me or something like that. I'm just fast asleep in bed, for fuck's sake. They might get up earlier, but I don't.
Good God. Oh, what a mate.
Thank you. It was a difficult one, that, because all I could think was, it's just like my granddad, this. He's stubborn. I think people of that generation...
It is tough. You don't. The last thing you want to be doing is enforcing on an elderly person. But, do you know what? They owe the money just like the rest of us.
And the Can't Pay agents are back at 9 next Wednesday. Tomorrow night, the youngsters who embrace childhood on the move. Gypsy Kids, Our Secret World is brand new at 9. Next tonight, reach into Channel 5's bedside table for 50 Shades of Grey. Though unlike your daily commute, there's no hiding your TV behind a copy of Metro.
বক্সটা এবার রসে মনে কর ডাইন পাশে হতাম না উঠনা হতো বিএমপির কিসামারি কপাল পেট দুধে পানি কেকে যেদিনকে ভাই খালি মনে করো যে অফিসের ওই যে বক্তব্য দিয়েছিল বিলাল ভাই মনে আছে জাম লেগের লোক যদি কেউ যদি আশেপাশে থাকে দেন বা থাকে জানগা সসম্মানে নাকি ওই দিনকে মনে করো দেখা গেছে কইলাম আমি তো যদি কব হারাম বইলা 25 পয়সা দেখো মুখ বড় না করে দিম নাই শেষ কোনো ই চলবো না দুনিয়া হই দেড়ে দিম আমরা পরে দেখা গেছে আর আব্বা করে দাওয়াত দিব খালি নাকি জামা করতে গোয়া মারে থেকে যাবো দেখে সাপ দে দেখে সাপ দে ব্যাং নাকি দেখিস আর কাকড়া কুকড়া ধরে বইস না তাহলে কিন্তু সিমটা মারবো পড়ছে নাকি পড়ছে বিলাল ভাই পড়ছে দেখো তো ধর চলে ধর পড়ছে কিনা তুই সাইডে দে সাইড হাত দে ভাঙ্গা বলা দেখি তো নিজ হাত দিবি ফাঁক ফোক থাকে বাইরে তো দৌড় মারে পড়ছে ধরছ সর্বনা ধর তাতে পাল্টি দাও बाल्टी तो बेच के लोगा हाँ